real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Candace Parker dated the defendant, and they had a son together. Candace claims after she found condom wrappers and a pearl earring in their bed, she suspected he was cheating, and she's suing him today for a cell phone bill. Defendant Carlton Heron says he and Candace have one thing in common. They are both interested in women. Carlton claims Candace once brought another woman into their home and had sex with her right in front of him. Carlton believes Candace should be responsible for a portion of the cell phone bill.
Let me hear from you.
I want to start off by saying it's an honor to be here. I watch your show every day. Me and the defendant, we dated, and the only good thing that came from our relationship is our son, because shortly after he began lying, cheating, and it's been like one woman after another with him.
When did you all start dating?
We started dating May 11, 2008.
When did you all stop?
August of 2011.
Okay. How old is your child?
He's 2.
All right. What was it like from 08 through 2011?
Well, everything was good in the beginning. And then after I had my son, I really didn't see Carlton that much. He was busy with work and school and also chasing other women.
How do you know he was chasing women?
Because when I moved in with him in January 2010, he would ask me to leave on weekends. He needed time to himself, apparently.
To study.
Okay, there was one incident where I found...
You're a pretty lady. You're a
Thank
distraction,
you.
right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
that was
sitting there,
October.
you're trying to do your homework, and every 5 minutes, I'd make you leave too when it's time to study.
Okay, well,
Go ahead.
I found some used condom wrappers underneath the bed.
No, you wouldn't find that. All right, that's where we would differ.
Okay, so, he of course denied it. And then there was another incident in March 2010. I went to the club, and when I came back, there was a woman like running out of our house. And he said that it was his roommate's girl, but the girl was skinny, and his roommate only date big women. So I knew that was for him. There was another incident.
You can't conclude that. Go ahead.
Well, he later confessed to it.
I never confessed because I never cheated on you. So I never confessed to.
You're a pretty lady. You're a
Thank
distraction,
you.
right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
that was
sitting there,
October.
you're trying to do your homework, and every 5 minutes, I'd make you leave too when it's time to study.
Okay, well,
Go ahead.
I found some used condom wrappers underneath the bed.
No, you wouldn't find that. All right, that's where we would differ.
Plaintiff Candace Parker is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Candace once brought another woman home and had sex with her right in front of him.
Go ahead.
In May of 2010, I went away for the weekend because he needed his time, of course. So when I came back, there was an earring in our bed that was like scratching my leg. And I'm like, it was a pearl earring. I don't wear pearl earrings. So he said, he of course denied it. Then the final straw was in September 2010. I called his phone. He thought he pressed ignore, but he pressed accept.
Oh, he pressed pick up.
And I heard him and the woman talking.
What were they saying?
I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but I heard her voice. He asked her what was she doing, and she was like, I don't know what she said. So I get my friend, so we ride out south, and there's like a little boy playing outside. So I was like, come here, come knock on this door. So I was kind of hiding, and then he knocked on the door. He answered the door. There was a woman in there. Nobody else was there but her and him. And I introduced myself to her. She was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, and she left. We broke up. And
she walked in and she attacked me. She didn't just walk in and say, how you doing?
Where you from, Chicago or Detroit?
West side of Chicago.
I'm from the west side of Chicago.
See? Chicago. There you go. They don't play.
At that point, we broke up for about 4 months. He begged me to get back with him, saying he was going to get married to me. He wanted to have some more kids. He's going to change, Like in January, I took him back, and that's when he agreed to pay the phone bill.
Okay, and that's what you're suing for, a cell phone bill. Let me allow him to give some background. Sir?
Well, first of all, I never cheated on Candace. I love Candace.
Where is she getting all these scenarios?
Well, these are accusations. She's never caught me with a woman. She walked in, okay, there was a woman there, but we were in the kitchen. It's not like we were
cooking
in the bedroom or undressed or,
she was a cook.
Right, so, basically, that evening, like,
about that earring in the bed, though?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
So, And the other time
What
she
about
sees
the woman
me,
that come to the door?
I had a 4-bedroom condo. I had a roommate. You know, it was kind of sectioned off. And the girl, she wasn't skinny. And they walked out and she thought she was running out because she was with me. And that wasn't the case.
He didn't answer his phone when I called him.
2 in the morning.
I was,
It was 2 in the morning. I
Another
was
time
asleep.
when you picked up your phone and you thought you were hitting ignore.
But there was nothing to accuse me of, because the fact of the matter is,
You stuttering on me, doctor.
I'm sorry.
you just stuttered. You took a stutter there.
the one thing that me and Candace have in common is that we both have an interest in women. Now, cheating is to say, okay, well, you're being treated unfairly in a relationship.
She told you she did, or?
She told me, she showed me. Yeah, exactly.
And you cheated on her?
exactly.
What I'm saying is that if she sees me talking to another woman, I get my cell phone cut off, the one that I'm paying the bill on. She attacks me. It's blasphemy. When she's come to my house, in my bedroom with another woman, and
What?
they had sex with each other in front of me.
He is lying. He is lying.
But even if that was the case,
And I didn't get to partake.
even if you need to take her to criminal court. No, but seriously, even if that was the case, sir, she's not being dishonest. You're right there.
Right, and I
I have to explain this all the time to the audience, because a lot of women just don't understand that what he's referring to is a lot of fantasies that men have. Oh, I love to have 2 women at one time. Oh, I love to have 2. So that's a fantasy, and that's why it's commented on and spoken about all the time. And men beg and plead, and most women say, "Get out of here. Nobody's doing that." But go right ahead.
Okay.
Not go right ahead and do. I'm just saying, give your testimony. Give your testimony. Let's get to the unpaid cell phone bill, ma'am.
Okay, so in January of 2011, he agreed to pay the bill, and he told me to just take care of my son and he'll pay the bill.
Okay.
And I did that. I took care of my son, and he paid the bill up until June of this year. And then they turned our phone off in August of this year. And I broke up with him because he didn't care about my credit, my line, and he went out and got him like another phone too. So he just said, forgive me. And I left him, and that's it. There was a woman in there. Nobody else was there but her and him. And I introduced myself to her, and
she walked in and she attacked me. She didn't just walk in and say, how you doing?
Where you from, Chicago or Detroit?
West side of Chicago.
I'm from the west side of Chicago.
See? Chicago. There you go.
Plaintiff Candace Parker is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Candace once brought another woman home and had sex with her right in front of him.
Sir?
Well, basically, I mean, like Candace moved in with me. So we were together. We had a child together in October of 2009, shortly after his birth. I paid the rent. I paid gas, light, electricity, cable, internet, and the phone bill.
All right.
Which you know, I was.
So a share of that was hers, you're saying? A share of all those household bills you just mentioned?
No, we weren't sharing it. I took care of everything.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how much you felt she should pay. And, you know, I want to know what she should pay. Then we're going to get down to the baby, what the baby should pay.
Well,
for living under your roof.
Yeah, my roof, my rules. That's just how it goes.
No, my point is, sir, you are suggesting, at least maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but you're suggesting that since you paid all the bills, that perhaps you shouldn't pay the cell phone bill. And my point is that if she and your child were living with you, that you rightly so are paying the bills. Because even if she wasn't living there, you owed it to your child to provide room and board, and that's what you were doing. So you can't say to her, she owes me, Judge, because her and my child were living with me.
Right, I never said she owed me anything.
But you were using that. Why were you telling me about that? What was the purpose?
The purpose of that is to say that, you know, maybe you should just consider cutting me some slack. Because
cutting you some slack on what?
On
money?
The phone bill.
On money?
Yes.
So that's indeed what you were saying. You were saying, because she and my baby lived with me and I spent money on them, you should deduct that money. So that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying that she should have to pay. Whether it's deducting the money from what you owe or having you pay outright, it involves a loss of money from her pocket. If you're saying you should get some consideration and perhaps a reduction in the phone bill because you took care of her and your child, you're suggesting that that's a monetary value that you want deducted.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
And also, I helped Carlton keep his apartment. I loaned him the money to keep it. I helped him get his first car. I also gave him $1,500 this year for my tax money. So I'm very giving and compromising. I'm always.
Did he pay you back?
No, not the tax money.
Yes, I did.
Not the tax money, but for his loan for the apartment and the car, yeah.
That was
Pay back the
$1,000
tax
each.
money?
No, because the thing with that is I allowed her to let her mother file my son on her taxes.
All right, you all committed tax fraud.
So
No.
All right. So,
No, my mother
did
takes
your mother
care of me.
take care of the child
Yeah.
100%?
Right, mom was with me and my son. Like, she takes care of me and my son. Carlton doesn't
Okay,
do that
your
much
mother
for us.
takes care
Yes,
of you
me.
and the
Mhm.
son.
Me and my
Gotcha.
son.
All right, then she's entitled to put you
I live
on the
with her too.
taxes. All right, sir, I'm going to grant her judgment. Your only defense today is that you took care of her and your child for a significant amount of time while they were living with you, and therefore you should get some consideration. And the fact is that you agreed to pay. You have the bill?
Yes, I do.
In the past, you have agreed to pay?
It's my collection.
And the bill there's a delinquent bill with regard to paying what you promised, and therefore she's entitled to that amount. $11.54 for the plaintiff.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
I like men. He's lying. He wish.
Lying?
He wish I could.
wish?
Yeah, he wish.
Oh, wow. It is what it is.
Little me, really? I'm gonna attack him? Come on.
Really?
Why are you sitting here lying?
Both of you are liars.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. These are accusations.
No,
I didn't
they're
make
the
up
truth.
anything. She did.
No, the evidence is there.
What evidence?
Condoms, earring, women,
Really?
telephone calls, everything I get from
Telephone
women.
calls?
Yes, Facebook.
What telephone calls? We're not friends on Facebook.
Exactly. We're not friends anymore because you took me off your friends list.
Because you don't act right.